Hold on.
I'm a lit kid, B.
Hello.
Well, hi.
Hey, Verl, how are you?
I am great. How are you, Nicole?
I'm good, good, good. I'm excited to have you on. I just want to preface for everybody really quickly. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Nicole Handy. I'm one of the co-owners of Braden Real Estate Group, and I am here with the Verl Workman, CEO of Workman Success Systems. Verl, I am so glad to have you on.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm actually excited to be on your show.
Well, we created today's show especially for you. you know we got a lot going on, bro. I've been telling everybody everywhere, like, I always get so much value from you, and I always leave feeling much greater than I came. So I had to have you on today, right? And we got some big things coming up, bro.
We do. I'm excited. Anytime I get to come to Houston, I love it because I don't have to iron my shirts
Why? Because it's hot and sticky.
because the humidity. I just hang them up and I get
Yeah,
up
it's a
the
lot
next morning
different than
and
being in
boom, there they
Utah.
are.
But I know you're a busy guy, Verl. But I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is the event we have coming up. But I want to start off first and foremost with just telling people who you are and telling people about Workman Success Systems. I know you guys are pretty big in Houston, and you work a lot with the Houston Association of Realtors. So a lot of Houston realtors know you. But for those that don't, just give them a little background about who you are, and tell them about Workman.
Well, so most important thing you should know about me is I'm a dad, and that's my favorite title and my favorite job. I have 6 awesome kids and 9.5 grandkids. Brienne's going to have a little boy this September, so
Really?
yes, that'll be 7 little girls and 3 boys.
Congratulations.
That's probably my greatest accomplishment is I married up and we have a great family. I wanted to build a business that my family would want to be part of, and our focus is we work specifically with real estate agents and brokers on helping them develop high performing teams. So our expertise is in how do you build a team that allows you to have life balance. you know, when you're good at anything, it just creates more opportunities. And at some point, you have to start saying no to either the opportunities or the things that matter more in life, like family, faith, friends, fun,
Right.
fitness, or food. I use those interchangeably. And for me, it's like, you know, failing in the family is not an option. So how do we make sure that we can provide a great living for our families and still have a great business? And we do that by creating leverage. So we are specialists at Workman Success Systems at creating leverage in your business, leverage in your life. I believe that there's no task too small to outsource. You can outsource anything except your spouse. I don't recommend outsourcing that.
No, absolutely. And you know what? That resonates really, 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 very much so with me. When I got, really heavy into real estate, I personally, just being honest, had to admit, I feel like my family was failing. And it was because I was putting so much time into real estate, into the business, into every single transaction, every single client that I had, so before we got with Workman and started learning from Workman. Workman really changed our lives, and I say our because it's myself and then my partner, Jamisha. But, Workman really changed our lives in the way that, one, we, did business a lot smarter. The saying work smarter and not harder is definitely true, but it's allowed us to thrive at that, to have a thriving team, which just kind of takes me into the next segment, right? We're having this huge event. Verl is coming to Houston, guys, on June the 20th. He's going to do an all-day event with us, with BREG Real Estate Group, but it's open to all of the agents, any realtor around the Houston area. But we're going to be talking about how to thrive, in this current market. So, of course, I got my questions for you, Verl. I can never leave without just trying to suck everything out of that brain of yours because you're just a wealth of knowledge. You're just a wealth of knowledge. And the one thing I love most is that you don't mind sharing.
I'll give you everything. I've learned that people will copy everything except the hard work.
Yeah. Tell me about it, right?
Isn't
But you
that
don't
true?
mind sharing. And, and even what you've told me personally, like, everything is a coachable moment. So I just want to, I'm not going to keep you long. We'll just ask a couple of questions. And my first question is, we hear this word like, are you thriving? Are you surviving? In your opinion, what is thriving in real estate? How does a real estate professional, how can they gauge if they're truly thriving?
Well, different people measure it differently. For me, when I talk to teams that we coach, and individual agents, it's, do I have enough business to pay my bills and have extra at the end of the month? Am I making money? Am I profitable? So the way that I determine whether or not you're thriving is whether or not you have money. Do you have profitability? And I'll tell you right now, it's different because the markets shift a little bit. There's not as many people. The last couple of years has been a bit of an anomaly. It's been a crazy frenzy of post-COVID madness in real estate, and you don't even have to be good at real estate. And people think if I just double what I was doing, I'll make more. Well, you can't. You got to 10 times it. You got to do a lot more than just a little bit greater effort if you want to be able to not just survive but thrive. NAR says there's going to be a mass exodus of agents in the marketplace. Elon Musk said yesterday we're getting ready for a big crash. There's all this news that's out there that the consumer is hearing that's making them sit on the sidelines and not engage. And if realtors don't know what to say and they don't know how to communicate, they don't know how to be an expert in the marketplace, then they're going to not only are they not going to thrive, but they're going to be, we're going to thank them for coming as we continue to take their market share.
Yeah. So you said something I want to touch on too. You said NAR put out an announcement that, real estate memberships are actually down, right? And this is the first time they've seen it down like this since 2008. Why do you think that's happening?
Because it's hard. It's hard. Look, it's easy. Here's what, I don't know if I told you this ever, Nicole, but so when I first got into real estate, I did the 90-hour class in 10 days. I got my license in 10 days. The same time, my wife's little sister moved in with us because she wanted to be on her own. So she moved in with us. She started hair school, 2,000 hours, and a year and a half later, she could cut my hair.
Isn't that crazy?
What is wrong with this picture? The barrier to entry to get into real estate is so low. People commit. You know why people get real estate license? Because they want to save money on their own house, and they think they pay realtors too much. And the ones who are really good make it look too easy. They don't understand how much blood, sweat, tears, and effort that you put into every transaction. They just don't know how hard you're working and how hard the entire team is working. And so they run out of friends and family. There's 6 or 7 deals they sell, and they're like, oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? I have to get a job. And so that's what's happening in the marketplace. It's been easy to sell houses the last couple of years. Now all of a sudden it's getting a little bit harder. It's not even a hard market. It's balanced. The market's balanced.
It's the normal market, right?
Right.
I say it's a normal market. It's what I'm used to, right? It's the market that we were in prior to COVID. You know, it's a normal market, in my opinion. People's like, oh, the market is shifting. I say, hey, it's shifted back to the normal market.
I love it when people tell us to pivot. Pivot. I've been watching the NBA finals. My team, the Utah Jazz, is out and Houston's out, and we're left with the Lakers, who I hate, and they're gone now. And so now the finals, I think, start tonight. And I was thinking about the word pivot. What happens when people play basketball is they dribble and they're moving, and then when they stop dribbling, they have to plant one foot, and then they can spin around in circles, but they no longer make progress. Well, that's a pivot. Now's not the time to pivot. Now's the time to actually dribble. You got to build for the bounce, and you got to keep moving towards your goal, and you got to do things differently, and you have to be the source of information to the consumer so they know that they can move forward. And there's so many things using emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence to get the people off the sidelines and re-engaged. And that's what we're going to do at your Thrive event.
Yeah. So Verl, what does it take to thrive? What agents, what should we be doing on a daily, monthly, weekly basis to continue to thrive? I know you just said, you use the anomaly of you got to keep dribbling, right? But what does the dribble look like in real estate?
Well, to me, everybody's a creature of habits, and you've heard me talk about daily success habits. I think that most people, their habit consists of 70% fake work, 20% real work, and 10% pretending to do real work. And we have to flip that. We have to do 70% looking for business. You have to prospect more. There's a certain number, and the good news is there's a tremendous amount of real estate that's going to happen. You live in Houston. It's the second fastest growing market in the country. Miami, I think, is number 1, and Houston is number 2. There's thousands of people moving in every single month, and you have the opportunity to grow your market share. There's 2 things you can do. You can sit back and you can whine about the market and hope that it comes back. I call that wish marketing. It's not very effective. The second one is you can lean in and you can look for opportunities, and you can have more touches with people, and you can do what we call the daily success habits. Right. And I'm going to share what those are at the Thrive event. I'm going to give everybody the tracker that we use. Greatness, Nicole, is predictable. We can track what you do, and if you do the right things, I can predict what the outcome is going to be. But guess what else is predictable?
Income.
Average. Greatness is predictable, and so is average. If you'll track what you do, I can tell you whether or not you're going to get a high income or a low income. It's predictable. And so, we don't have to guess anymore. We know that doing the right activities, and we do them as habits every single day, we know we're going to get a predictable result. Hey, you want to sell more houses? Call more people.
Yeah.
Right? Or, focus on your social media strategy. What are you doing to create more opportunities that are out there? You know what I love about the way you run your business, and I hope that you'll share some of this with the people that come that aren't part of your team and company, is you'll share some of the things that you're doing that just set you apart from everybody else. Everybody has something special. Everybody has something unique. Everybody has something that makes them different. And I think that you do that, and you celebrate the uniqueness, not just of the leaders of the company, but the individuals in your office and on your team. And when you're struggling in real estate, you don't have somebody that is helping you find out what makes you uniquely great and then celebrate that and make that be what you offer to the marketplace, then you may not be in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for that. We're really trying to be innovative and do things differently, right? Do things that make us stand out. But regardless of how much we stand out, it all starts with here. We want to stand out as experts too. And that's the key thing. We want to stand out as the go-to realtors and the go-to real estate company.
Oh my gosh, now is not the time to pop by with a jar of jam. That is not how you separate yourself as an expert. You have to have, I love that you said that. Everybody has great friends that are realtors.
Right.
Not very many people have great realtors that are also friends. And so in the messaging that we have to our marketplace, to our sphere of influence, to our database, to our top 50 is got to be, we're going to give you something that will help you make better real estate decisions because we are experts. We're experts with buyers. We're experts with sellers. We're experts with rentals. We're experts with commercial. Whatever your expertise is, you got to scream that from the rooftops and you have to serve. So many people are trying to be cheesy and catchy with their phrases and marketing. And I think that today in this market, nobody cares. We have to give them information that is helpful to them, that separate. Like, I'm going to give you a tool or a resource, whether you use me or not. I'm going to give you something of value that will help your family, whether you use me or not. If you'll serve regardless of opportunity and you'll really pour into your clients, your business is going to grow and it's going to grow big time.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's the word of the day, the word of the hour, the word of the year should be value.
Right.
What value do you bring? Yeah. No,
with
absolutely.
with no strings attached.
With no strings attached.
Right? How
You're
about we
right.
just give everything away to our clients and we just help them? Here's what I've learned as a coach, and our coaching company has grown like crazy. When we stopped focusing on selling, we stopped serving. So I'll give everything. You want a tracker? I'll give you the tracker. You want some help? I'll help you. If we serve people, the business seems to take care of itself.
I love that. Serve, not sell.
Yep.
Yeah. Serve, not sell. So I want to talk about something else. So, there's a lot going on in the media. Oh, the market is crashing. We're going into a recession. I know the US is broke. should realtors and should real estate professionals, should they be scared in this market?
I don't think scared is the right word. I think we need to be aware of the threats that are in the marketplace. I love threats because when we see a threat, it gives us the ability to create messaging to those threats. So threats to me are opportunities, not anything to be afraid of. Like, you can make $1 million a year in real estate in the Houston market, regardless of what's going on in the marketplace. People don't move because rates went up or down. People move because of life events that occur.
Absolutely.
We're getting married, we're getting divorced, our kids are growing up, our kids are kids growing down. I've never heard of that. Our kids grow up, they move out, they move back, whatever those life events are. You want your kids to play sports in a different school. You want to be able to have a shorter commute. People get a job, they lose a job. People move because of life events that occur. Our job as realtors is to be at the front of their mind at the moment that life event occurs. And I think that threat-based messaging, and we have a whole system around that called Shift, and I'll introduce some of that at our event together, is we have these Shift modules that actually teach you how to message to the threats that are in the marketplace. And then we give you tools and resources or valuable things to give your clients so that when that threat happens, they go, oh, Nicole, that's right. She shared that with me. I'm totally calling her because if somebody else dropped by a jar of jam or a recipe card. I don't really give a frick about that. What I care about is how it's going to affect my family when rates are at 9%.
Right. Right. No, absolutely. No, thank you for that. And the last thing I want to ask you before we talk about the event a little bit, like you said in the beginning, you guys really teach agents like myself, how to create a thriving team. And so I want to speak to the agents that may be hesitant to join a team. I'm the team leader. I can tell you all about the value that we bring, right? But I want them to hear it from somebody else. If you have agents that are on the fence that may not be just thriving just yet, but they have the drive, they have the determination, and they want to get there. What would your advice be to them if they're on the fence about joining a team?
Can we make it more personal?
Absolutely.
Okay, ask me what I would tell my child who just got their real estate license.
What would you tell your child that just got their real estate license?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. I would say that you've got to get on a team because the greatest teacher of real estate is the game. And the number one challenge that agents don't have is they don't have any money. They don't have any money. And so how do you get into transactions fast? You get with someone who knows how to do the business well. And a well-coached team that has a great culture, you'll get to where you're doing 30, 40, 50 deals a year. And then, if you have a good team leader, they're going to create opportunities for you to build teams within your teams or move from a buyer agent to a listing partner. better. There's so much opportunity when you're with a team that's coached well. And like, who wants to do this by themselves? I think it's so silly that realtors like celebrate the fact that it's about them. Oh, you call me, you get me. Like I would run from any other business leader that said that. Like, you go into the dentist, if the dentist greeted you and they said, "Oh, can I get your insurance card? I'm going to make sure your insurance is going to work." And then the dentist goes and puts their white coat on and says, "Okay, come on back." And then the dentist sits you in the chair and says, "Okay, we're going to clean your teeth real quick." Like, would you stay there?
Absolutely not.
No. I mean, I want the dentist to be there when he's drilling in my mouth or when we're doing something important, right?
Yeah.
I want the back surgeon there on back surgery day, but I'm not going to have him there on rehab, and they're not going to be there doing the anesthesiology. Like, we are trained to work with experts as consumers today. Experts in, my wife has a different person that does her nails, her hair, and her eyelashes. Each one is an expert, although they all went to cosmetology school. We are trained to deal with experts in every area of our life. And then we come into real estate and we get a generalist. If you call me, you get me. I put signs in the yard. I do the transaction management. I work with buyers. I work with sellers. I show homes. You know what that sounds like to me? A job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you know what job stands for? Just over broke.
Tell me about it. And you know what? I always say that that's the biggest mistake I've made in my real estate career, is not joining a team sooner and not learning from other people sooner. I spent 7 years with just me and my real estate friends trying to figure it out, and I'd say I personally think that I do well, my team does well, but I say I would be light years ahead of where I am just today, and everybody thinks I'm so successful in this. I'd be light years ahead of where I am today had I from day one committed to a team and joined a team and really committed to this business.
Yeah, right. Well, the other thing is the consumer today, like, think about who we're recruiting. Who do you want to be on your team? I want these young millennials. I want people that are, they've grown up with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and if they have a question, they go to the group and they get the wisdom of the crowd. But then you get into real estate, you're all by yourself. Like, people want to be with other people that are rowing in the same direction, that are having fun. Hey, when I'm out of town this week, you'll have my back. And when you go out of town, I got your back. And I'll help your clients. We help each other. Teams just work when they're when they're well run.
It's crazy because, oh my gosh, the when we started the team and I woke up on a Saturday and didn't have anything to do because some of my team members were out showing homes, for our clients, I'm like, something's wrong. Is this normal? Then I said, I could get used to this. And this is how it should be. I'd rather not have to find a babysitter for my daughter every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I want to go to their games.
Absolutely. I can go to their games. Like, the team dynamic really changed my life and my business. But we're coming to the end of our segment. Yeah, we got like 2 or 3 minutes, guys. So number one, if we have some questions from the audience, they can chat with us live. Go ahead and ask your questions. But while you're putting your questions in the chat, just want to ask Verl, what can people expect to get on June the 20th? I don't think they realize what type of treat they're in for, but what can they expect to get?
We're going to do 2 things. The first group is open to everybody, and it's just going to be tactical. What are we doing? We're coaching the highest performing teams in the country, in North America, and I'm going to share with you the no bull crap. Here's what they focus on. Here's how they message. You'll walk away with tactable activities or items that you can take and use in your business right now to generate more business. So if you want to earn more, I'd say that I'm going to give you enough stuff that you can increase your production by a minimum of 2 deals a month. Or you can stay where you are. So show up. I'm going to give it to you. I don't know. Are you charging anybody to come to this event, or are you doing it for free? What are you doing?
We are charging. We want people that's really investing in themselves, right? I don't think we're charging a whole lot. So each session individually is $49, but also you can package both sessions. And we're doing an early bird special right now for $79. Their price will go up shortly. So definitely take advantage of that. But no, we want serious people that are serious about their business and wanting to invest in themselves.
Well, imagine doing a live, spending a day with me, and I'm just going to coach you, and I'm going to share with you what really works. The afternoon session is really for our high performers that want to start and build teams. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to focus on those people that want to start and build teams in that afternoon session. I don't know, to spend 30 minutes with me on a coaching call is $5,000. And so I'm going to spend 2 or 3 hours with your group. in the morning and 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon. So what they're spending is,
That's invaluable. Yeah.
It's a small token just to show that they're serious. And I promise that they'll leave there with thousands and thousands of dollars in value. I'm going to make sure that they have what they need to be able to go take it to the next stratosphere.
I believe that. And I've sat with you before and I've seen your sessions. They are phenomenal. We do have a question.
Great.
I can't see that. My eyes are too, I can't read that.
Okay, Clifton says, great information. Prospecting is more necessary than ever, which is true. Are there any new housing types on the forefront that in the Houston market that could benefit from better? I'll let you answer that.
So I think you may be talking about things like containers, like the container houses and things like that. I see people trying to implement like these more efficient homes, since the cost of living has gone up, implementing home like container homes. I'm starting to see like tiny homes and the walkable communities now. So I think some new housing types will come to the market. They are slowly coming, but they're going to be the more affordable and efficient housing. That's
We're seeing
designed.
modular housing. Are you seeing that too? Where people are they're building houses in shops and then they're shipping them and assembling them on site.
Yeah. So there's like a tiny, I can't think of the name of it. Oh my gosh. But there's like a company now that does that and will ship the house to you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So all of that, housing designed to bring costs down, in terms of what it costs to live, the cost of living now. I think we'll definitely see some of that shortly.
Amazon brings everything else to my house. Why not another house?
Tell me about it. All right. Do we have any more questions before we wrap up? All right, Verl, this was good. I'm excited about it. Guys, go get your tickets to Learn How to Thrive with Verl Workman, guys. Again, it's June 20th. It is an all-day work. We'll Learn How to Thrive. That'll be the morning session. And then the Team Leader Mastermind will be the afternoon session. You can go to any of Brayton Real Estate Group social media platforms, click the link in our bio. There's tickets, or you can just simply search Learn to Thrive with Verl Workman on Eventbrite. Tickets are going fast, guys. Get your tickets. You definitely want to be in the building. Yes, this event is sponsored and hosted by Brayton Real Estate Group in partnership with Verl Workman and Workman Success Systems. But hey, anybody can learn. This is collaboration and not competition at all. We want to add as much value as we can to this entire market. So Verl, thank you. I'm excited. I cannot wait until June 20th. I just want to let you know I canceled my vacation to be there. Yes, I'm that excited about it. I canceled my entire vacation to be there, but I can't wait to be there. This will be a phenomenal event. Get your tickets now. They are selling fast and they will not last. Thank you so much, Verl.
Thanks.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody.